Yeah. Well, this
So,
looks funny. So you're in comic shops now?
we this is fun. So we got accepted into Diamond in November of last year, and we were very, very excited about it. And right when our no, let's see, we were in the catalog for the first time, and the next month they're like, okay, we're going bankrupt. So we don't know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep listing, and I had a whole marketing plan, to market to comic book shops to have them order through Diamond. And now I don't. I just kind of feel frozen and stuck in the mud. Like, what do I do? Like, should I be spending my time marketing, saying, go find us in Diamond, or do I sit back and see what happens?
Yeah. Is it like a chapter 11 or chapter 7 for them? Are they just trying to get out of trouble, or are they trying to shut down?
I forget.
They're
I
supposed to be
think
restructuring.
It's a
yes, that's what they
restructure.
It's a
say they're
restructure, yeah.
doing. Yeah, and I've read a few articles, some larger of their accounts, Diamond owes them like $20,000. So I don't know if it's a thing where, um, because we already have orders and we are going to fulfill them and everything. I just am not 100% certain if we are going to get paid on those outstanding invoices or not. So at this point, I'm thinking about it more like, let's get in the comic book shops. We're going to continue on the path of getting in there, hoping to pick up subscribers,
Yeah.
and spread the
And
name.
and just put little like subscription, like, so they
Blow-ins.
can so they can scan it with their phone and just subscribe to you directly, because
Yes.
you do mail subscriptions, right? Mail or PDF.
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing since the beginning is, we've been fulfilling it all ourselves since the beginning. So we have a subscription base. And so you're always guaranteed to get Flip City magazine, even if we're not doing well on a campaign or anything, because we have a subscription base. So there's not really much risk in backing us.
Is every edition a campaign?
No, actually, so we didn't start crowdfunding until about a year ago with our 18th volume, and we did so. I think we were a little snooty at first about the crowdfunding. We're like, oh, we don't need that. We're gonna do traditional publishing, and then we rethought our position and realized like there's so large of an audience within the crowdfunding and indie comic space that we may as well start, capturing that audience as well. Because I think a good amount of, and really, uh, let me see. Oh, so a large portion of our current audience, they're more towards like the fuck the man crowd and freedom oriented, not necessarily comic book fans or anything like that. It's like this is a perfect way to like get in the hands of people that actually appreciate the physical media, you know.
Hmm.
So it's been going okay for us. We could do better.
We all think that, though, don't we? We all think,
I mean,
yeah, just a little more would be great.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. So, y- what do you focus on when you're doing your satire? Mainly Hollywood stuff, or just mainstream stuff, or do you parody indie stuff too?
We do not parody. Actually, I will back that back myself up, but mostly it is mainstream stuff. Stuff that we're not doing things that are going to be inside jokes within a niche, within a niche, within a niche.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah.
it's jokes that a good amount of Americans and even people outside of the U.S. that watch U.S. politics or entertainment would understand. Because of course we want to cast
A
as
broader
large of a
audience,
net,
right?
yeah, as possible. However, um, we weren't even going to run this, but we did do a jokey 2-page, not parody, but like lampoon of Vance Sciver versus ISOM. And we read that recently. I previewed it over on Comicsgate Commandos, and they said it was perfect. And like Mike Barron read it and was like, this was the perfect way to kind of highlight their feud, you know? So I think that's probably the most small of a niche type of thing that we've lampooned is, you know, their feud.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, it does, you know, get some of the guys that are into the indie comics, gives them something to go, oh, I know that for sure. Like, I know that argument. I watch Ethan every night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was funny. So we have a relationship with the Salty Cracker because we've known him since we started publishing. And he brought that up on one of his live streams. He was flipping through a Flip City and said, look at this, you guys. Even Flip City's making fun of Ethan Van Sciver and Isom, and that kind of sucks because I like both of them.
So do you read Flip City magazine, Richard?
No, I've seen it. It looked interesting, but I've been so caught up with my own comic that I'm just like, you know, we'll go into print. It gets really expensive, and Kitty knows this. Like, going to print is freaking scary because a lot of money is on the line. And yeah, like the PDFs go out, but when it goes to print, it's a very, very kind of stressful. So I've been kind of like being reserved. But yeah, anything that's on Fund My Comic, man, it's that means you found the cool people. So that's awesome.
Well, you know, I think that the invention of Fund My Comic is really what tipped us over the edge to finally jump into crowdfunding, because we didn't want to. We're very idealistic people around here.
Right.
We didn't want to give anything to platforms that censor. And then I had a friend that posted about Fund My Comic, and I'm like, ooh, what's this? Checked it out, and a couple months later, we launched our first campaign.
Yeah.
And it's the only place we will personally ever crowdfund, because we can guarantee we won't be censored over there. And I don't want to give any money to fucking censorship platforms.
Yeah.
So, and we love Fund My Comic.
Yeah, Luke and his team, man, they're doing great stuff. They're doing the Lord's work, man. They're out there.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. And yeah, and Luke's been super awesome since the very beginning.
So approachable too. Like, you know, Indiegogo, because I did a campaign on there. It's their staff. It takes a little bit, but Luke is just, he cares about you. He cares about your comic. He cares about his platform. He cares about his customers. He cares about all the right things that matter. And I think that's adds to the success of Fund My Comic. So it makes it easier for me as a creator to want to do business with him. So.
Right. And Richard, it's super nice to meet you, by the way.
Likewise.
Not cynic. He's a jerk. You don't mind.
Yeah, no, I'm ignoring him on purpose.
Hey, don't you worry about it. I get it.
Hey, I thought you were just gonna kick him just so it doesn't make it awkward, you know? Just bring it back.
Wow.
Salty. Because after you read Flip City magazine, you get Blood and Sword, and then you get Silence Do Good. That sounds like a plan, Salty. I like that plan. I got a couple super chats. Julio sent $10, and because it's Julio, thanks, Julio. I appreciate that. And Babent says, howdy, everyone. Hey, Cynic buddy. And Richard still can't wait for Blood and Sword #2.
Awesome.
What's up, Babent?
Me either. And my T-shirts and everything else that came in it. Yeah.
Cards, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of ordering books just to get him over his goal. Like, man, Jesus Christ.
You know, he's the opposite of people, because usually people are nice in public and they're assholes in DM. Cynic's like an asshole in public, but he's actually nice in DMs. It's
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
That's the way I plan it.
Those are my favorite people, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how our launch went. I had somebody on our launch stream, and they were the ones that I realized after the fact, because I wasn't watching who was donating during our stream, and it didn't, it wasn't a huge blowout or anything like that. We made a couple $100, and one person that I was streaming with made up half of that couple $100. That guy.
That guy did it.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ben.
Hey,
Dr. Ben's all right, people.
Dr.
Yeah.
Ben is more than all right.
Yes.
I met
got,
Dr. Ben. I met Dr. Ben a few weeks ago, and now I can't keep him off the stream because he's such a good guy to talk to. He really is. He's honest. He don't bullshit. He just tells you the truth.
And his books are really good, by the way. I ordered his books, and everything I've read so far is actually really, really great. So
Even
I
doesn't-
like Dr. Ben. I want to not like him, but damn it.